Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video we are back in the European hat to discuss another entertaining match from Rangers in Europe. I certainly didn't think that was going to be the intro after about 48 minutes of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Nah. But before we go any further, a quick shout out to this month's sponsor, OneFootball. They've been absolute legends to help the channel out. So if you want to be a bit extra Rangers content, again the link will be down there in the description below. And again, apologies about the green. But there is a game of football to discuss as it finished 2-2 between Feyenoord and Rangers. A result that doesn't see Rangers qualify, which I think a lot of us were certainly hoping and praying for going into this game of football. However, it does leave them top of the old group of death going into the last game. And that's where I really want to start today's video off, because where we find ourselves is an absolute incredible achievement, especially when you go back and you look at the reaction when this draw was done. No one pretty much gave us a hope in hell of coming third, never mind sitting first with a game to go. And it's just one of those mad things to reflect on, because if you've been a long time viewer of the channel, thank you so much for sticking with me. But if you remember, we were there when we experienced that embarrassing defeat against Progress Nedicon, and we had a manager in our heads. We just got beat off a team that's never beat anyone before in European football. We were right at the very bottom, just getting laughed at by everyone. But now, a couple of years later, under Steven Gerrard, you see where we are. That is real progress, lads, and that needs to be spoken about more. We are well and truly back to where we belong, and we showed it once again today. Was it the best performance? Obviously no, we're going to discuss quite a lot of that. But did we lose the game? No. And that is the thing we need to focus on. We are dogged, we are sticking together, we never give up, and we fight through even when we're playing pretty pish. However, enough talking around the game, let's just get to the game recap then, shall we? And start off with a iffy first half. I'm smiling now, ladies and gentlemen, but when the half-time came, I was not smiling at all, because Feyenoord well and truly turned up and gave every single thing they have, and they do have quality players. You saw that with their ability on the ball, the link-up play, the ability to just drift beyond players and create things out of nothing. They are a very good attacking team, and they fired everything at the Glasgow Rangers, and it could and probably should have resulted in about 3 or 4 goals at least in the first 45 minutes, but there was one man that refused to allow that to happen, and it's one man that never ever gets enough recognition, because we are so lucky to have him, and we're almost getting used to him making these 1 or 2 big saves every single game. But the man I'm obviously talking about is Alan McGregor. What a first 45 minutes performance for the goalkeeper, when every single other player on the park wasn't quite at it, and I'm talking about everyone on the park wasn't doing the business in the first 45 minutes. There was one man that was, and that was Alan McGregor. Truly outstanding. The one from the corner, which was a great reaction save, but the other one, another one-on-one save, just like he made in the first game versus Feyenoord. He's went ahead and made another one. It's never said enough, but Alan McGregor is truly a world-class goalkeeper, and he just continues to show it. However, even with the brilliance of Alan McGregor, they still took the lead in the 33rd minute of the game after chance that was saved. One finally got by Alan McGregor, and it just had to be a deflected effort. Now, I'm not going to blame Hollander for the deflected effort, right? It hits off him and goes in. I'm not going to say that, but I am going to say as an entire defensive unit, not only just in this goal, but all night, absolutely horrific. It's so needless, man. It's so avoidable. The simple cross into the box. Some people saying Alan McGregor could have came out for it, but still, if Barisic shouts on it, he's got to do better than that and get rid of it, not heading it right into the danger zone just outside the box. Kamara doesn't react quick enough, doesn't track his man. A nice little pass in there from Feyenoord. Again, they are a good team, especially in and around that area, and it's a deflected effort off Hollander's leg into the back of the net, and it's 1-0. Now, at that point, it was fully deserved. I can't say none, but the goal just frustrates me because it could have been avoided. But anyway, after the ball hit the back of net, there was only one job we had to make sure to do throughout the rest of the, I think it was 12 minutes or so before half time, and that was make sure we didn't fall behind and just drag ourselves to half time, because we were playing pretty putrid. Let's be brutally honest with that, but we managed to hang in, we managed to get to half time, and that is when things started to change. And a man that was right slap bang in the middle of that change was right slap bang in the middle the first goal. It's none other than Stephen Davis. A beautiful first touch once he gets the ball. He looks up, and for one of the first times in the game, we actually just go forward. We hit a long ball in behind the defence. I'm saying long ball, but even that's not doing it justice. It's absolutely immaculate. Now, I don't know what else is more immaculate, the pass or the touch from Ryan Kent to just kill the ball dead, the drift inside, the unbelievable driven cross right to the back post, exactly where Morelos would have wanted it. But once again, I didn't care what's any better, because you've got the long ball for Stephen Davis, you've got the touch for Kent, you've got the cross for Kent, but what about the header from Alfredo Morelos back across the goalkeeper with his first chance on goal, ladies and gentlemen, his first genuine chance that's been created for him throughout the entire game, and the man is just simply that good that you can't even give him that much of space. That is how much space he had to header that bad boy, and he absolutely buried it. Frightening for Alfredo Morelos, but that is what we needed. Stephen Davis head up, direct, and Kent with the moments of quality, what we know he's capable of. And we were right back in it. Should we have been in it? Not, but we were, and you could sense that Feyenoord's bums started to nip. And that was perfectly highlighted by how desperate they started to defend. The first one from Ojo, when it's a nice little ball in, Ojo takes a good first touch. The defender comes and absolutely wipes him out. Now, they were talking on BT Sports whether or not this was inside the box, but for whatever reason, they want to send a replay. They were even joking about it, saying, oh, it's because of the Dutch TV, they're not allowing us to see that back. It looked like an absolute stonewall penalty. It's definitely a foul, but for whatever reason, the referee tries to say the defender got the ball. He came nowhere near it. Again, I can't confirm or deny that was a penalty. However, I can see a couple of minutes later, we should have damn tootin' had a penalty from Alfredo Morelos. And that's right, I used the phrase damn tootin', ladies and gentlemen, because the defender is literally riding Alfredo Morelos' back, on his back. It's almost like Alfredo went, you want a back of him, mate? Your legs there. The guy's all air him. Alfredo clearly falls inside the box. But for some reason, the referee 6 yards out. This is a guy that refereed the Champions League final, by the way. Alright, a pretty high qualified referee, 6 yards away from it, looks at it and goes, what is this? Like, honestly, what does this mean? Does this mean you've got free range just to jump on people's backs and ride them like Seabiscuit? Is that what that means? Absolute stonewall penalty that Rangers should have had. Once again, referee craps himself. And I just go back to last year as well. I'm having flashbacks. Why can referees just not get it right? He's 6 yards away, lads. He's looking right at it. Putrid. But anyway, moving away from that absolute putrid call by the referee, Rangers then took the lead in the game of football with some world-class play. Bonabir Barisic out in the left, who didn't have his best game of football, but he had a couple of good individual moments, a couple of key individual blocks. But this is one of the few times that it connected going forward. What a cross, by the way, lifted it up to perfection. But this is where I just need to just literally go back. I'm going back in the seat, ladies and gentlemen, because what Alfredo Morelos does with that ball is nothing short of world class. I don't care what anyone says, this guy's better. No, they're really no. He is unbelievable. And not only did that goal give us the lead in a game that we probably shouldn't have been in up to about 10-15 minutes prior before the absolute stonewall penalty decision, but it also moves him to be the joint top goal scorer in the Europa League, and he becomes the first ever Rangers player to score in 4 consecutive European matches. This guy is a once in a generation striker, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing one of the best. And full credit to Alfredo Morelos. It really shows you what hard work can bring, because we know his faults over the last couple of years. We've all seen it, we've all discussed it in great detail, but the man's knuckled down, he's worked hard, he's worked on his faults, and we're reaping the benefits now of his hard work, and honestly, he's brilliant. But unfortunately, you know what we're about to discuss next, and I'm sure a lot of you were like me, you were still bouncing at this point, right? Taking the lead 65 minutes in a game that saw you reach the knockouts, you're bouncing, you're like, yeah, 65th minute. Within 3 minutes, we had a sucker punch equaliser and a truly shambolic display of defending. One of the worst bits of defending I've seen under Steven Gerrard. Like, what were we doing? Why on earth were we so wide open? 2-1 up in European football. We are that. That's so naive from us. I mean, Tavernier ends up getting caught upfield. He's up there beside the fullback. That just leaves Hollander, Connor Goldson and Bonabir Barisic as the defenders. The line's far too high, especially with 2 very slow centre-halves versus a very pacey striker. I mean, you saw it with your own eyes. One simple ball in behind. Hollander then just gets twisted, turned, flipped over and put on a bun. Literally he's on the deck. Connor Goldson comes in as if he's going to tackle and goes, oh, nah. Then the boy ends up dinking McGregor. Taking nothing away from the finish, that was absolute individual brilliance and showed just how composed that man is. But let's go back to the Benny Hill style defending, ladies and gentlemen. You literally put that music on and it fits perfect. Horrendous. And as naive as we were to concede just 3 minutes after taking the lead, I think you can find a lot of pride and a lot of things to be encouraged about, but the way we defended and handled ourselves, especially in the last 10-15 minutes of that game, because it was all Feyenoord, just going forward, but Tavernier, who again was absolutely nowhere to be seen for their goal, did make 2 last-ditch challenges, by the way, so let's not forget that, and a very, very important block going into the last 50 minutes into the game. And Bonnebear Barisic made another good recovery challenge after the guy got in behind them. But what I'm most proud of is the way we learned a lesson from young boys, because we spoke about that game. That was a game we should never ever even have drew, never mind lost, but we did because we were caught on the ball, we weren't smart enough, and we threw the 3 points away. But with all the pressure on the world on us, Feyenoord raining down on us, we managed to get a foothold on the ball, and I think you could really see Ryan Jack's influence, especially when it came to crunch time. He started to take the game over more, get on the ball. The leaders in the team really started to step up for me. Stephen Davis and Ryan Jack were both excellent when it came to the final push, and we managed to milk the clock, kill the momentum from Feyenoord, and make sure we never lost that game. Clearly, we've learned a lesson from the young boys' defeat. That is going to be my recap of Feyenoord 2, Rangers 2. Now that you've heard my say, I want to hear what you guys are thinking down there in the comment section below. What did you think of the match, and who was your man of the match? And now that me and thee have had their say, let's sit back and try to relax and listen to the people on Twitter. There's been 1,644 votes. That's incredible, especially considering we have 50 minutes remaining. That is naughty, nation. That is naughty. Thank you so much for getting involved. Now, 2% voted for other, 6% voted for Ryan Jack, 10% voted for Alan McGregor, but the far and away winner with the people's vote with 82% is none other than the man, the myth, the Morelos. And the first one comes in from Stevie Brown, and he writes in, hard choice, all played well, but give it to the man money can't buy. Wee Alfie gets it for me. And CJ, were you only a Kent goal away from a perfect prediction? Thanks for bringing that up, Stevie. Yes, once again, I am 1 goal out. It's sickening. Just watch my preview videos and just go either 1 goal up or 1 goal down every single week. Liam G. Free writes in, if it went for McGregor, it would have been a thumping. Just shows how class that man is. Rock and Roll Elvis writes in, growing concern about the movement of Hollander, seemed very last ditch and his lack of pace is worrying. Jack was immense again for me, had a real grit in his belly and never gave up. Ojo remains a mystery, surely Jones will give him a run for game time. Proud tonight. Pistol7892 writes in, team effort, should have won it but we will be top of the group in 2 weeks. Love to see that positivity, man. Deacon Neil writes in, Morelos, although shout out to Stephen Davis, who was also magnificent. Definitely, mate. Thomas Lee writes in, Alfredo did Alfredo things. And Rocky's decided to interrupt the tweet reading, so do apologise. And before I was so rudely interrupted by Rocky Boy Johnson, I was reading the tweets. So let's get back to them. Spencer McLean writes in, oh, on this Thanksgiving's Day in America, I give thanks to Big El Buffalo. Well, happy Thanksgiving's Day, mate. Thank you so much for finding the channel. Gary Stephen writes in, I will never love anyone as much as I love Alfredo Morelos. That's deep, boys. That's deep. And the last one comes in from Dino, and he writes in, I predicted 2-2 CJ. Genuinely thought that would have been a worst case scenario. Morelos for me, another world-class European performance. Big shout out to Shagger as usual. Kent was just magic. We are finally back where we belong, among the big boys in European football. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people. You've heard from myself. You've even heard from Rocky Boy Johnson. So if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? I've been CJ Nova 92. That cycle right there has been Rocky Boy Johnson. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.